Strength workout number 7. The goal is 1,000 pounds using RPE training. 1 set of 1, 3 sets of 3, 2 sets of 6 to 10. Getting the 1,000 pound club with the deadlift, bench, and squat. So that in case the last female alive, if something went wrong with humanity, is a 1,000 pound chick, we are able to do what needs to be done in order to save humanity and therefore save the world, because the world would not be able to exist without humans. All done. Probably going to play some music today just to change things up. I like working out with music usually. I haven't been doing that since I started using these videos, or doing these videos, so we'll see how it goes. Starting with the squat, trying for my first 300 plus pound squat. We're going to break the PR or break the back. Either way, one's happening today. Last PR or current PR is 295, so even if it's just 300 pounds, that's what I'm going for. Wish me luck. Still warming up. Hopefully the last one before the warm up, the PR attempt here. Here we go. Okay, we're going for 303 here. 273 felt a little heavy, so I put the 30 pounds on there anyway, because my daughter weighs like 35, 40 pounds, and I just feel like if I put my daughter on there, I can still lift that. So I'm gonna put this on my shoulders, see how it feels. If it feels too heavy when I'm up there, maybe I'll back down and chicken out a little bit and not break my back, because you know that'd be kind of stupid. I don't know, squats make me a little nervous. I don't know what it is. It's, you know, you just have enough weight on there to injure you for a really, really long time, if not for the rest of your life. And that's what we want here, long-term injuries. I'm getting a chance to really work on my hunch posture with this angle position. I'm trying to be able to see the full squat for form reasons. Because I have had shitty form in the past, and I'm trying not to. But anyway, here we go, 303. First 300 pound squat, hopefully here in the bag. Whoa, okay, it was a battle, but we got it. I think I turned into an old lady. I got down and I think my back went like this. I don't know, but I didn't die, so that's a success. I'll watch the film on this, reevaluate. There'll probably come a point where I have to just take the weight back down and just kind of build some fundamentals, work on strength a little bit. I haven't been doing this for too long. The sideways leaning, talking to you, has been very recent. It's not going to continue unless you just really enjoy it. Maybe I can just start hitting some poses while I'm down here or something. I don't know. I got to find a way to make my arms look bigger so that I'm more appealing to you. Because my whole life revolves around you at this point. I'm just trying to please you in order to please myself. That sounded really weird, but you probably liked it. Anyway, on to the 3 sets of 3. These 3x3s are probably a little bit more exertion than I should be putting into it. It's supposed to be about an 7 or 8 of rate of perceived exertion, but you know what? I'm feeling good. Got the new PR. I just want to go heavy. Just want to lift heavy. You know, the positive thing about this camera angle is it really allows me to kind of sit back and relax and just talk to you. Hopefully the music is not too loud. I will find out when I edit this video, and it's getting posted either way. And hopefully you like the music. These 2 chicks are just screaming in the background. I've been with the same woman for 16 years, and nothing is more exciting than a yelling woman. Mine doesn't ever yell though. She's sweet. She doesn't do that. We just passively aggressive fight with one another. Nah, we don't even fight. I was trying to connect the screaming girls in the background to my wife, but I can't do it. I tried. Oh, I lost track of how many of those I did. I'm on the 2 sets of 6 to 10. I'm trying to take these lighter reps super slow to focus more on form. Trying to get better at stacking the rib cage over the pelvis. It makes a big difference. I was sticking my hips out too far. My back is feeling better. I'm feeling a lot on the hip flexors today though, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Just probably a sign of weakness in that area. It's time for the B update. She's laying on the stairs for whatever reason. She barely fits on one stair, but she's doing it anyway. It must feel good to have those legs hanging over the side like that. Mine would go numb if I did that because I'm old, but not that old. This song is Head Over Heels by Starset. Starset is the best band alive and ever to have lived. So if you don't know them, go listen to them. This is the cover of Tears for Fears, Head Over Heels. At least, that's the name of the song. And it's kind of like squats. You know, at the beginning of this video, I was supposed to let you know that I provide elite, fictional weightlifting tips. And one of them would be that, like this song, when you're squatting, you want to have your head directly over your heels as much as possible. One or the other. So back, like this, straight back, knees way out over the toes, losing stability, and if you can even like favor one head over the heel, you should try and do that too. So, elite, fictional, elite. And remember, do as I say, not as I do. Okay, that's it for the squats. I actually managed to keep track of the reps on that one. And again, if you're not familiar with this type of training, you want the 1x1s to be about a 8 or 9 out of 10 on RPE scale. 3x3s about a 7 or 8 out of 10. And the 2x6 to 10s to be about a 9 or a 10. So those are pretty good. On to rows or overhead press. Haven't decided yet. If I get home from work early enough, I will have an energy drink before I take my pre-workout to work out. So I'm jacked up on caffeine today because today was one of those days. And I should stop doing that because it definitely makes me feel funny. Probably not in a good way, but sometimes it's fun to feel funny. Isn't that why people do drugs? That's all I'm doing with that, with the caffeine and the pre-workout, is taking drugs. I think it's funny in the weightlifting community how people like to have the natty or not conversation. And to me, it seems like nobody's natty because everybody's doing some sort of drugs, whether it's just something like pre or post workout. There's stuff in there that I don't understand completely what it is, despite trying to do the research back in the day. But I've been on this stuff for so long now, I don't remember what any of that research was. But it's drugs. We're all on drugs. And Everybody's on Drugs by Falling in Reverse is a good song, so you should go listen to that one. I don't care much for that band, but they've made a couple good songs. Anyway, you also don't know exactly what's in those supplements. You could be taking pre or post workout, and they could be making that in a vat of steroids. You follow any type of sport for too long, and you find instances of cases where that happens, where the athlete is either telling the truth or lying about the fact, I didn't know I was on anything, I didn't realize that I was taking that performance enhancing drug, sir. I just thought that I was taking creatine, but they were making it in a vat of insulin. Because fictional tip, elite tip here, insulin is just as good as any type of steroid for muscle growth. Just inject that in about 80 different points of the body, and it'll really target the specific muscle that you're looking to get. Anyway, new PR here on the rows, 235. Alright, that was very questionable. I will be writing that one down in the notes with an asterisk. Ironic that that one was just after the drug conversation here, that I would have broken a personal record, and it deserves an asterisk because I have yet to be tested. And I'm not going to be tested because nobody gives a shit what I'm doing in here. Yeah, but I'm super athletic too. Here's a great example of how stupid the human mind is, and by human mind I mean my mind specifically in this instance. But I've watched too many videos where I've watched people lift and they haven't had these little plate lock-in things, whatever they're called, grippers, spar grippers on there. And so I've spent way too much time thinking about how cool I am by whether or not I should have these locking my plates in. And you know what? I've been super cool lately because I've only had them on there maybe 20% of the time while I'm lifting. So you can probably tell through the camera that I just look cooler today. It's a feel. I'm loose. Look at that. That's relaxed chill right there. Cool. This might be the last set of rows. I can't help but fucking something up when I'm doing squats. And I didn't really fuck anything up too bad. Just a little bit uncomfortable in the back. Just don't want to mess it up too much. And when I'm doing squats, or when I'm doing these rows, it's too easy for me to hyperextend that lower back, which puts all that pressure in the wrong spot there. So I might just do the one set of one and two sets of three today for the rows and call it at that. Not trying to get hurt, just trying to get stronger. Actually, this would be 3 sets of 3. So that's good. The 3 sets of 3 are where you develop the strength anyway. At least that's what I'm told. And I'm going to believe it and say it to you because it makes me sound smarter. Okay, I lied. I'm going to do 2 more sets of rows. It's just going to be pretty light. That way I can work on form. If I actually stack the pelvis with the ribs, it feels good. Just try not to hyperextend. I'm going to give you the ass first view on these rows. And it's definitely not for any perverts that could be watching this, or to get me more views from perverts. It's for form. And choose to believe me or not. It's pretty amazing how much better lifts feel when you actually use your glutes to do them. Who would have thought that engaging one of the biggest muscle groups in your body while doing exercises that require a lot of different muscle groups to work would be beneficial? Who would have thought? Maybe that's why I have a super small ass, because I haven't been engaging it. Obviously the rest of me is huge. I'm massive, but not the cheeks. My wife even makes fun of me for the cheeks. And I have one that is smaller than the other. So not only have I not been engaging them, but I've been doing it disproportionately. I've been, for whatever reason, focused on the left side and not the right side. Maybe it's because my left side's my good size, and when I pose, you know, it's the left cheek. I think we figured it out. You probably were thinking as you were watching that warm-up rep looked cooler than usual. And, you know, that's because I don't have any barbell pleasurers on this thing. Or plate pleasurers. I don't know. The grippy things. What are they freaking called? I don't know. Barbell pleasurer is kind of funny, just because as a male that's had friends make way too many sexual jokes about anything that could be considered a phallic symbol or can be twisted into a sexual connotation at all, you know, it crosses your mind. But that thing just slides and grips right across this thing perfectly. What can I say? My current overhead press PR is 145. I have 155 on here, so I'm going to see if I can get it. None of my lifts are particularly impressive at all, unless you're talking to a 10-year-old, I guess. And I hope you're not talking to a lot of 10-year-olds, because that's just weird. This video is not made for kids. I clicked the button on the YouTube posting page to make sure that it's not. But, so I have 155 on here. Yeah, I'm kind of a bitch when it comes to overhead press. But as a man that's been in a relationship for a long time, it takes a bitch to get a bitch. It takes being a bitch to get a bitch. Be a bitch to get a bitch. Here we go. I struggled with 145, so I'm not feeling too optimistic about this. But that's okay. I'm going to try anyway. Oh yeah, we grinded that out. Woo, got it. Oh. There's something different about working out with music. It's just more chill. It's nice. I don't know what to say. David Goggins says that he doesn't listen to music while he's working out in order to embrace the suck even more. At least that's paraphrasing. That's not exactly what he would say. But you know what? Screw that. No thanks. I don't know why that guy wants to make everything in life so much harder. Well, I've listened to him enough to where I do know why, but I just don't agree with it. It's like, you know, if you want to torture yourself, that's fine. You know, he only has millions and millions of more followers and people that actually listen to him, so he might have figured something out that I don't know of. But you know what? I'm creating my own thing here, and I'm going to do it while listening to music, because it's just nice. There's something about finding a good song, a new song that you get obsessed with and you just want to listen to it every day. You know, and Starset, they do that really well, so go listen to them. These 3x3s on the shoulder presses are definitely harder than they should be, but I'm tired of bitch shoulders. So I'm just gonna lift heavier. I don't even care. Last set of the workout here, gonna try and make it a good form focused set. Alright, I know I did cheat at the end there, so I kind of turned myself into a liar by push pressing, but I was more focused on the shoulder, try not to be wobbly while I'm pushing. If you feel like you're struggling with anything in any of your exercises, I tell you, just do a lighter weight and go slow. Pause. You'll really feel the things that you're doing wrong. But that's it. It's a good workout. I feel good about that one. New PRs in all 3 lifts today. I hope that you enjoy your weekend. It's Friday already again today. If you're watching this on a different weekend, which is highly likely, enjoy your week. Or if it's during the week, enjoy your week. I hope you're living a good life. Life's too short not to live a good life. We're all going to die. Newsflash. Sometimes it's good to think about that though. Life is way shorter than we expect it to be. We all have that old person in our life, or old people that we have experience with at some point that have loved telling you that life is short. It's good to take that to heart, because life is short. I'm 34, and I might not make it to 35. Who knows? It's a trippy thing to think about. But if life's not good, just start doing some small things. I believe that compound interest is pretty much a natural law, and that if you just start stacking up the little wins, the little things that make you happy or that make you feel good, as long as it's a healthy thing, as long as you're not relying on substances or drugs or indulgences, as long as it's good things, and you know what those good things are, deep down you know. Just do a little bit every day, and eventually it'll get better. You'll have bad days and you have good days. That's just like investing. If you do any type of investing for long term, things go up and things go down. And you gotta learn to separate and just enjoy the ride, because that's all you can do. Sometimes a wave just takes you and you crash into the beach, and there's nothing you can do but try and look at the good side and enjoy it. I recently had a time where I was pretty down, felt like life was pretty meaningless. I didn't know what the point of anything was, and I seem to have those every couple of years. But these videos have helped with that. Just find something to work towards, because I'm not religious. I don't know if there's anything after this life. I don't know what's next, but it's nice to be able to feel like you're progressing towards something. You know, it seems like it's human nature to feel like you're working towards a greater good. I think that's, a big reason why religion is so powerful, is because people are separating from themselves in the physical reality to try and work towards something bigger in the afterlife. And so it's nice just to work towards something. And for me, these YouTube videos have definitely helped. Also, I've spent a lot of my life just wondering why, what is the meaning, what is our purpose. And a big realization, shocker, is that it doesn't really matter, because I don't know if anyone has the answers. I don't know if we'll ever have the answers, if we're meant to, if we're capable of. I don't know. It's funny to think about that we're probably in a primitive era of human technology, even though it doesn't feel like that. If we keep advancing in technology at the rate that we have over the last 50 years or 30 years or whatever, then eventually we'll reach a point to where obviously this will be a more primitive era as AI, maybe legitimate AI gets developed someday and it just makes us look like we're in the Stone Age. I kind of believe that'll happen. But we are in a primitive era, and I don't remember why I was talking about that. Anyway, try and make life good, because life is good somehow. You just got to find it. Just stick with it. Stay in there. Go work out. You know, I said don't get on drugs, but if drugs help you work out, then just, you know, maybe a little bit of drugs like creatine, caffeine, those types of drugs, just to get you in the gym. But anyway, thanks for watching. For those that do, see ya.